We are to another edition of Ask Michael Ehline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. All right, guys. So I've got a treat for you. This is going to be part 2 because we were not able to really wrap up, and we've got a lot of things we need to talk about. So go ahead, BZ. You lead the way and tell us what we're going to do today.
Oh, am I on? Way to put me on the spot. All right. We've got great, wonderful, awesome, fantastic. We got Denver Metro Audits, a.k.a. DMA. He's back up in the house today to talk about one of his videos. And DMA, tell us a little bit about your video.
Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, so this one is it's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was out there with my friends, ANCAP CopWatch, and For the Record. And we just went into this building. It's like it's called CCP. I don't know the name of the building, but it's CCP. I don't remember what CCP stands for. It's protected
Communist Chinese Party.
Yeah. Pretty much that's what you would think after watching the video. But it's like people on ankle bracelet and stuff like that. So we went in there, and you know, I mean, we'll see when what happens. But I'm already talking to some attorneys. I actually was I was talking to James Freeman last night, because you know he's over there in New Mexico, and he's got some really good civil rights attorneys. So he gave me a couple referrals, and I'm still trying to reach out to those guys. That's on the agenda. So see what happens with this one. It's pretty wild video here.
So just real quick, as an aside, if you need a lawyer, even though I'm only licensed in Texas and California, man, I've got a network of lawyers all over the United States, because I've been an online marketer almost all my life. Right. And, you know, if just let me know what you need, and I'll make a good faith effort to try to find you someone. All right.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I might need someone for Colorado and New Mexico. Then I'll get with you.
I really appreciate what you guys are doing, you First Amendment auditors, cop watchers, because our founding fathers, you know, I consider you to be no different than them. You are actually fighting for what I believe is liberty and freedom, and holding public servants accountable. So everybody, if you have any respect for me, which many of you don't, but the few that do, just remember that I'm doing this because I love my country. I love America, and I'm really sad and devastated about the foreign influence that's come along and destroyed our school system and everything else. So yeah, I got this really cool video, and I want to go ahead and play it, but I just want to make sure you're going to go ahead and narrate for us and all that.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I was thinking you could probably fast forward to, like, I had 446 at the timestamp.
All right, hold up.
Starts getting
444. I got 444.
444. That's a good number.
All right, man. Yeah. All right, man.
Well, hold on before you hit play. Make sure you do that thing that I was telling you. Remember the bottom right corner, that little bracket thing right underneath my logo?
Yeah. Stand by. So the very bottom right, I'm looking right now.
Right underneath my logo. So the DMA logo.
You see what I'm doing right now? You see me.
Yeah, down on the bottom right of the screen, like above the thanks.
Right
above
there.
Yeah, that guy. Yep. There you go.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know what, man?
Hit that like and subscribe button.
You're terrible, man. Oh, by the way, yeah, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. But honestly, I just want everybody to know this. I'm getting a ton of followers, a ton of subscribers, and all this stuff. But I never did this because I was trying to build a YouTube channel. Guys, I've been practicing law for almost 20 years. I started out as a so-called sovereign citizen, got beat up by a West Covina cop because I asked him for his ID over a parking ticket, sued him, got $29,999, and the rest is history. I became a lawyer with no law degree, and because I realized that a lot of punks would say, oh, well, you didn't go to law school, so you're nobody. I went ahead and went to law school at night after I was already a practicing attorney, because I knew that some punk was going to come, and they still do. Oh, you only went to a Cal Bar certified school, the hardest bar exam in the nation. But since it's not an ABA school, you're still nobody. So just remember that, guys. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, someone's always going to come along and try to put you in the trash. Don't let them do it. Remember, there are people like BZWatchdog and Denver Audits and all these cool dudes. I want to play this for you, and I'm expecting someone to narrate for me because I have no clue what you want me to say or do.
It's rather sus.
Yeah.
So this is rather interesting.
Can I help you?
Hey, what's going on?
We're just looking around and seeing who does what and
No, you guys
what's
can't be in
everyone's
here.
jobs.
You guys can't be in here recording.
What's your name?
Wait, pause that, Mike.
Winslow, you got a business
Mike,
card?
pause that.
Stand by.
What?
You got a business card?
No.
All right, go
I
ahead.
hate to stop because I know Denver was watching, but wow, he just set himself up for a lawsuit the minute he walked in the door. He just turned and looked at the camera shocked and then goes, "You guys can't be in here filming." He didn't say you can't be in here.
Yep.
He specifically said filming, and that's the first time I've caught that on this video.
Hey, that's pretty
Play
good.
it, play it
Bravo.
back 10 seconds and hear what he says.
Yes, sir. Hold on one second. Right about here.
Yep, and watch him look at
Hey.
the camera when he
All
says
right.
it.
We're just looking around and seeing who does what and
No, you guys
what's
can't be in
everyone's
here.
jobs.
You guys can't be in here recording.
What's your name?
Sergeant Winslow.
Winslow. Okay, hold up.
And he says
So
it
one
twice.
thing I'm trying. Go ahead. Talk to me, BZ.
Well, he says it twice. So it's not the fact that they couldn't be in there or that they need to be in there with an appointment. They said you can't be in here filming, and they said, well, you guys can't be in here recording. So he didn't just misspeak once. He solidified it twice.
Yeah.
So that would set him up for a civil rights lawsuit just right there with this guy who says he's a sergeant who should know better. Literally say, basically, we don't want you in here because you guys are filming.
Well,
Now, that other door was open with no restricted sign. Now they're in a lobby that is open to the public. So they haven't broken any laws.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. So I see this weird, it reminds me of junior high school. You see like the window with the wire mesh.
Exactly.
Like, what is that? You're saying that's a public forum, but I'm seeing it is like a holding area where you would interview a victim or a.
Well, now I see it as a holding area because the door's closed. The door wasn't closed before.
Yeah. So yeah, before I went in there, we were in there. This is clearly a lobby, and there was no one there. So we actually did go back in that door and was speaking with a lady back there. She said, "Oh, you guys can't be back here. Go back in that area." And we were like, "Okay, that's fine." But I mean, yeah, there's no key card access. There's no signage. You have to have that stuff clearly marked. So we just walked back there.
And the part you missed that you had him fast forward to is remember the deputy down in the front lobby telling you to go up?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, we don't have to watch that, but yeah, essentially when we went through security, the deputy downstairs, and that guy says he's a sergeant. He's a sergeant, but he's with the jail, so he's not like he doesn't work. He's a county employee.
Corrections officer.
He's not like a peace
probation
officer, right?
Yeah.
He's not like, he doesn't have arresting power or anything. But the deputy downstairs told us, yeah, you guys are good. You can go to the second and sixth floor. I mean, he specifically told us that, and he said the rest is all key card access. So we're following the process at this point.
All right. Hold on one second. So I love that, by the way, that you have a really calm demeanor, which is.
You haven't seen the end of the video. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on,
Don't ruin it.
No, but the initial demeanor, the initial contact, that's really important. If you come off like a punk, you start swearing or whatever, as a lawyer, I'm just telling you, as a lawyer, like if you call me and say, hey, I've got this great case, these cops beat the crap out of me, and then you show me a video of you like telling them that their mothers are whores and all that, I'm not going to take that case because I know the jury is not going to go in your favor.
Well,
so I just want to tell.
Then we just cut out the last 3 minutes of this video then.
Right. No. Well, the reason, we really can, and then give because I mean it's entertaining for the viewers, honestly. But we can leave some out for them to watch later. But the reason why I lost my cool is because usually, I just take the arrest and don't want to do that anymore. But I just got so pissed off that I got bullied out of there. You know what I mean? And this, you'll see as the video continues how smug the sergeant was, and it's very difficult sometimes when you're really. And when you know that you're not doing anything wrong, but you just had your rights violated and they're smug about it and condescending.
that really makes me angry too, and that's why I ended up getting in a tussle with a dude 30 years ago, and that's why we're here today talking. But I got to tell you, like, what I see, you, the Long Island guy, there was another one, I can't remember his name.
Tuapri, you always forget about Tuapri.
Man, it's just such a weird name. It's just weird. But what I'm getting at is, like, I see a pattern. If you come off as a good person, if you don't come off like an a-hole, like, hey, F you, I know my rights and all that, like, what that does, guys, is the cops love that, because they know no jury is going to find in your favor, because they know that one of those jurors is married to a cop or is related to a cop, and automatically, you know, they're not gonna like you. So, oh, by the way, give a shout out for your vape company, because that looks beautiful.
Oh yes, Lost Vape. This is my favorite flavor. It's apple cotton candy.
And by the way, this is not an endorsement or any kind of ad. It's just like when I see like friends of mine who are suffering from PTSD after they've had the crap beat out of them or by a cop or been arrested, I know that they need a little bit of extra help, and I think vapes, that's probably a good thing. Oh yeah, and a little bit of Carl's Jr.
No, that was Chicken Express.
Or a thirsty 2 ounce. Oh my goodness, my gosh.
Tequila. But yeah, just real quick before we jump back into it,
yeah.
to reiterate with what you said, is that it's very true. It's not always what's lawful, guys. It's literally what the jury thinks, right? So when you go in there, just like Mike said, you know, if one of those jurors, their dad's a police officer or someone's a police officer in their family, and you have a lawful right to do it, but it doesn't matter. You know, it matters what they think. You know, I mean, they may think, oh, maybe this is lawful, but this guy's just an asshole, so you know he's guilty. So
yeah, so the asshole factor is a big problem, and that's how most people lose their cases, or they'll win and they'll get like $1, and we don't want that. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and I'll keep playing the video, but I just want you to narrate for me. All right.
Okay.
So we see this guy. He's a sergeant. His name is Winslow, and you know, he's all about supporting the man. So let's go ahead and see what the man
almost looks like he's ready for a mugshot.
Right. Stop.
You got a business card we can take?
What?
You got a business card?
No.
You don't have business cards?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, why can't we record in here?
This is a secure facility, sir.
Secure? Well, it's not very secure because we just got in the.
I mean, we can go talk.
We already went to security.
Okay, we can.
Yeah, they let us come in.
Okay, first you have, what is this?
Alcohol.
Alcohol? Okay. You guys need.
Alcohol.
Playing from desktop
Let me get
alcohol.
SGD
Please, thank
97.
you.
Well, sir, we already went through security. We talked to the deputy down there.
Okay.
So why are you getting so close to me, man?
I'm a little confused. So what was that all about? The whole alcohol thing?
So for the record, and actually I believe Breaking the Flaw is one that actually started that. So I want to give a shout out to Breaking the Flaw. Subscribe to Breaking the Flaw. For the Record got that from Breaking the Flaw, and For the Record has kind of made it famous though. And what he does is he has a pretty famous video where he's on a sidewalk talking to a police officer, and he has a root beer in a bag. And so the cop just, you know, we have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in our houses, papers, and effects, right? Person's papers and effects. And the police officer just assumes it's a beer, and he rips it out of his hand and says he's under arrest. He grabs him, and then he rips it out of his hand. And, you know, so like I said, with the flashlight thing, this root beer thing was actually the very first baiting that I've ever done, and the flashlight was the second. So I've never baited. This is the new baiting thing. Like I say, I always get accused of baiting from just simply recording, which is not true, but this is actually baiting. And I just thought it was hilarious. And I was working with, because I like that entertainment stuff. I was working with For the Record, so I was like, let's do the root beer thing, man. And like I said last time, I think on your show, is that, you know, for baiting, we own that, because a good police officer can't be baited. So if you're honoring your oath with the Constitution, you wouldn't just rip what you think is a beer out of someone's hand and detain them without knowing for a fact. And like he even caught the officer last time in For the Record's video saying that he smells beer, right? So clearly when they say, oh, I smell weed, or you know, they're just making stuff up so they can try to arrest you. So that's what that root beer thing is.
The revenue collection agents, I think most people who are intelligent understand that that's what's going on. But, yeah.
By the way, before you start this, do you know how much your legal fees are?
No, for right now, I don't know. I mean, thousands. I mean, luckily I do have an attorney who does a lot of stuff pro bono for me. Thank God, because I'd be well over 50,000 right now if it wasn't for him. But I do have to pay thousands of dollars, for this type of stuff too. So I don't have an exact number of what my legal fees are, but I do have the GoFundMe, and I think I've raised like, about $300 or something like that. So
Yeah, it's no joke. I remember when I was barely making it and got pulled out of my car through my window by a crazy West Covina cop because I demanded him to show me my ID. And that ended up costing me a fortune. And it took me years to pay off my attorney. And not everybody's a lawyer who can, most people live hand to mouth. And I'm assuming that's most of it, right? Yeah. So I'm with you, brother.
I put Denver Audit's links to his for his donations. I don't have his GoFundMe, but I think it's in the description here below. I'm going to put that out there. I also put a link to his merchant store, guys. So if you want to buy any kind of DMA merchandise, I put that link in the description and the comment section, and I'm putting up his GoFundMe right now. So if you guys want to help him out, you can either go and buy some neat merchandise, or you can just simply donate straight to him.
Right on.
Well, I really appreciate that. And something that I really want to get out there to all you people is that, in the Marine Corps, I always go back to the Marines, but in the Marine Corps, we know that there's Army, Air Force, and Navy, and we just think they're a bunch of wimps because we're Marines. But at the end of the day, we're glad that we have them. We're glad that we have that. What's that airplane that fires the depleted uranium bullets? The Air Force, Chair Force. One of you guys has to know.
I don't know what they have.
The 50 cal?
No, it's a 20 millimeter cannon that
it's a rail gun, I think, right? Rail gun?
No, it's an Air Force plane that's from the 60s that was originally designed to take out the
AWACS?
No. Oh man, you almost got me. It's called it's a small single. I'm sure all you Chair Force people put in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. The Air Force plane with the fixed wings that are coming out. They're not swept, and it has a 20 millimeter cannon. It's basically an Air Force.
I'm thinking like Apache or something.
Well, that's a helicopter, but yeah.
Brazo says A10. Is it an A10?
Yeah, the Warthog. Yeah,
the Warthog.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't remember the Warthogs doing that, but okay.
Yeah, so
tank busters, man. That's what we call them, tank busters.
Yeah, tank busters. That's right, and that's what you guys are. You guys are like the tank busters. But I got thrown off track because I forgot what the hell I was talking about.
Seems to be a daily thing this week, so it's all good.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and really quick. Let me take a look.
Keep playing the video.
Yeah, we're gonna play the video right now. Stand by. Stand by. Platoon. 10.
Why are you getting so close to me like that?
This way, please, sir.
This is open to the public, sir. We came into the elevator. We walked right in.
That's public.
There's no sign. Show me the sign.
Does a community custody unit.
Okay, well, we were told by the deputy downstairs that we can come up here. It's open to the public. Where does it say? Show me the sign.
It doesn't say.
Dude, he got a little attitude, little Hispanic sassiness.
Yeah, it doesn't say not restricted. It's a public lobby. There's chairs.
Wait, hold on. You want to narrate for us? Anybody want to kind of?
No, I'm just saying he's got that Hispanic guy Martinez. He's got that little Latino sassiness.
Yeah, well, I think he's actually gay. Somebody in my comments is saying he's gay, and then I had another girl saying, "Oh, that guy just did the exact gesture that my girlfriend does when she's getting sassy or something." So I think he might be. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but I think he might be gay.
No, he's definitely putting off the vibes. That's why I was pointing it out. I just didn't want to come out and say anything that direct because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings in the chat.
Maybe he likes you, dude.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he got pretty close.
I was gonna say he was up close.
Chairs here, man.
Okay. All the people here.
I'm not stepping out anywhere.
And he's built.
What law is it? What law is it that I can't be in this public lobby right here? It's open to the
You
public.
get authorization through our chief to come into this building.
Hey, wait. You got to get authorization from our chief
To come in the building, he said.
to come inside the building. Yeah.
Hey, can we tell Sergeant Winslow to go back to Chicago on family matters there?
Man, tell Sergeant Winslow to get his IQ above 60 if he wants to interact with the public. How's that sound?
Yeah, no shit. Look at him right there. Look at that look.
You give somebody some money, a little bit of power, and you see what happens, right? Turn on their own people. Take
What
a
a
look.
clown.
You didn't get authorization through my chief.
Downstairs.
Through my chief.
They
If you
authorized.
get
So,
authorization
so
through my
is it
chief,
the cameras? What is it? Because we can
if
come
you
in.
get authorization through the chief, then you can come in here. But for right now, could you please step out here into the lobby, please?
Well, you know, if somebody comes.
Wait, guys, remember we had that cop on? He said, ask, make, what was the rule?
No, it's ask, demand, intimidate, force.
I don't remember that. Intimidate, force. You're killing me, bro.
Force means hands on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying he's doing the first part, the ask part, right?
Yeah, and if it was
Right.
2 or 3, he'd be like,
Yeah.
please what? I don't want to please nothing. Police, you're calling the police? He says police. He says police.
Yeah.
He goes, police.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's funny. He's
That
pretty
shit's
funny, man.
You
What's
guys
that?
are killing me. Hey guys, I don't want to be a dick, but I got to talk to the sidebar
late.
people. I got to talk to the sidebar people, man. Like I got all these people here, and I got to give them all shouts out. I got to be honest with you guys. This is not what I was expecting. I just was shouting out for my buddy Chili, and then BZ reaches out to me. He's like, "No, dude, no, you're onto something. You got to do this more." So I'm doing it, you know. But I gotta give a shout out to the sidebar people. So let me just go real quick. So Katie Kidman, thank you for showing up.
Hey,
James
by
Ford-
the way, I put a link down for Katie Kidman. She's a First Amendment auditor out in California.
Hell yeah.
She's got almost 21,000 subscribers. So I put her link in there to. I'm gonna try to. In fact, Katie, reach out to me. I would love to maybe get you on the show here with Mike.
Yeah.
And she's asking where's Sweet Tea at. So I know Denver, you know more about that than I do.
All
She's
right.
at
Well,
work.
my goal is to build a loose confederation. I don't care if you don't like Chili. I don't care if you don't like Denver Metro. I don't care if you don't like any of these guys. If you like me, help me build a loose confederation, because all of you guys are onto something. You're onto freedom and liberty, and I want to help in any way that I can. So let me really quick just get into the sidebar. So Chevy, thank you so much again for showing up for us. Thank you, Jim Duthit. King Braveheart, as always, you know I got your back. By the way, I'm going to be making a visit, everybody, tomorrow. The goal is after I do some errands in the morning, to go and visit somebody who's hanging out in the Denver, Denver, but it might as well be, because I would be there to visit you too, brother. But I'm going to visit another guy who is standing up for the rights, what he believed were the rights of common American citizens. And I finally got permission to get a face-to-face visit after raising holy hell and having to threaten people. So now I'm going to be able to do a face-to-face visit with somebody that you guys all care about. And hopefully I'll have permission from him to be able to relay what happened. But just really quick, because I don't want to bore anyone. Thank you again, Let's OTVO, for coming out and supporting us. I really do appreciate it a lot. And James Forbes, always. Chevy, always. Brick Jonesy, always, man. By the way, Brick Jonesy added me on Instagram today, so I'm having a good time shooting some cool stuff. Everybody add Brick Jonesy as a friend on Instagram. Follow him on YouTube as well. He's really cool. Patriot.
Hey, Mike, I need to talk to you about that too. So after the show.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we got Good Citizen. Thanks for coming out, Good Citizen. Everybody, thanks for supporting Denver Metro also, because all of us, all patriots are always going to be attacked by the great Leviathan, the great Hobbesian World Economic Forum side, because they don't want people who are critical thinkers to even survive. They want mindless drones, people who've been brainwashed by the Rockefeller Prussian model education system, who just shake their head, and whenever the bell rings, they get that where the saliva starts coming. What do they call that? I'm sure you guys remember. Anyways, so really quick, Let's OTVO, thanks for coming. Good Citizen, thanks for coming. Age Go, thanks for coming. And by the way, a lot of these people in my chats don't really like me, but I always like to thank them for coming anyway. So I'm thanking them really quick.
Well, we need trolls. We need trolls, man.
Whatever they are, the bottom line is most people in the First Amendment auditor CopWatch community, it seems to be more about the way that things are handled, the procedural thing that they're not agreeing with. Substantively, I think people like Denver Metro and other people that are out there, like the guy from Long Island, I think substantively they all agree that there's a problem. It's just procedurally, some people have a different approach. The other side thinks they're snake oil salesmen or whatever. And it's just like the uniparty system we have right now with Republicans and Democrats. By God, if we could just all agree on the main things that matter, that we'd probably be in a better situation. But anyways, so Texas Gal Audits, thanks for coming along. Brick, Age Go, Katie. It's always weird to find someone in California standing up for the Constitution. So that makes you really valuable to me. And then Wayne Jones, thanks for coming out. If I missed anybody, make sure to tell me because I don't want to be a jerk and miss anyone.
Too late.
Yeah, good citizen. I think
hit that like button.
Yeah, Avilia Gill. Oh yeah, make sure to hit like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. You really do need to do that. By the way, you need to always like and subscribe everything that you do here because it helps us get our videos up higher in the search engines. And by the way, I'm going to put in the description of this video that we're doing today this link. So don't despair. You'll get to watch this without having to look for it. But I'm going to keep playing the video, and I'm going to go ahead and let DMCA take over from here.
In here, they can go through security. They can come up the elevator just like we did,
I
and
did
they
my
can walk
dues.
right
I
in
checked.
here.
I put in my stuff. I went through the search and everything.
Why do I have to go out there?
I've been through the process to be able to be up here.
Hey, you guys better get someone else over here, man. This is crazy. This is open. Look, this is a public lobby here. There's chairs.
Call the chief then.
You got alcohol, sir. Please step out.
You got alcohol
You
there.
making false accusations.
Wait. So you said, what'd you say? You said he has alcohol? Go ahead.
He said you got alcohol, sir, because he's got a thing of root beer in a brown paper bag baiting him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I didn't get that. So
Even at one point, the guy goes, "You sir, you smell like alcohol," and that's the funny part because it's root beer.
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
No,
Right. That's what I was
no,
saying. That's what I
no.
was saying is, yeah, so like for the record, he does that, but Break the Flaw originated it. So we had to do that while I was out there in Albuquerque, because he was on a public sidewalk and a cop like ripped his drink out of his hand because he thought it was beer, and he said, "I smell this is beer. I smell beer," and that's a root beer. So it's pretty funny, man.
It is because it plays into the it plays into the narrative that they just make shit up.
Mhm.
Terry versus Ohio. All of a sudden, I got suspicion of a crime.
Right, like well, I saw he was throwing a green leafy substance out his window. When in reality, he's getting his chew out the window or something.
The stuff for his mud flask being too short.
Yeah, it's just crazy the stuff they come up with, man. All right, I'm gonna keep playing this, man. I really like this. Thanks for coming on, man. This is a great video.
Okay, take the bottle off.
Take the
bottle off.
I got a Fourth Amendment right to be secure. My person's paper in effect. And it's none of your business.
So please stop.
You're not drinking.
Wait a minute, guys. This is awesome, dude. This is great. So he's got a root beer. I'd be smelling that alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, are you kidding me? That just proves to you that he's full of crap, right? That they're training defaults to lying. They're training defaults to lying.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep playing this. This is great. Thank you so much for coming on. This is awesome. This is so good.
Right? You're not drinking. It doesn't say no food or drinks.
There's no alcohol in this building, please.
Well, you're making an assumption that it's alcohol.
Please step out.
You're making an assumption that it's alcohol.
Please step out.
Don't you think the guy downstairs would already check that? Don't you think you know that?
Step out of the building.
Look, man, hey, you need to stop being like a parrot, bro. We're not going to step out, man. Okay, we have a lawful right to be here. We know what we're doing. Okay, this is a public lobby, sir. You swore an oath to the Constitution, right?
So what is your reason for being here?
Well, first of all,
what is your reason for
why don't
being
you
here?
calm down and
What is your
de-escalate? Why are
reason for
you
being here?
hollering?
What is your
Why
reason
are
for
you
being
hollering?
here? What is your reason for being here?
Why
What do
are
you need?
hollering? Stop hollering.
What do you need?
What I need right now is for
What do
you to
you
calm
need?
down,
What do you
de-escalate,
need?
stop hollering, and act
What do you need?
All right, guys. BZ, you take over, man. Because de-escalation is what this is all about, right?
Well, yeah, because we spend all this money on de-escalation training. Where is it? Because it seems like the auditors have more de-escalation training than these knuckleheads.
Yeah. Oh, this guy, like I said, he's not a law enforcement officer. He's used to dealing with inmates or people that are, on ankle bracelet and stuff. And those people, they don't want to rock the boat because they don't want to go back to jail. So, I mean, even more like the cops, 99.9% of the individuals that police officers run into on the streets, they just bow down to because they're scared. But this guy, it's even more, right? Because these people don't want to go back to jail. So, if I was on probation, I wouldn't rock the boat either. So
these guys in the jails and these positions here hold a post certification 1, I believe, where post 2 gives them arresting capabilities with their pistols on patrol. But I mean, these guys can only suck you up behind authorized areas.
Yep.
Well, wait, hold on. So Denver, what you're telling me is that if this guy messes up, he's going to get sent back to the jail to do jail work. Is that the idea?
No, he already does jail work.
So okay.
He's not a police officer with arresting power like BZ was saying with post certification post 2. He's used to dealing with inmates or people on ankle monitor. So he's used to just bossing people around like that and them just accepting it. And so when someone comes in there and they're not going to bow to his perceived authority, he just gets even more and more unprofessional. And you guys will see as the video goes how bad it gets.
All right. We're going to keep playing this because this is really great entertainment. By the way, give me a bunch of 1s if you think this is way better than watching CNN or Fox News. Bunch of 1s.
We should make this the thumbnail.
Give it to me.
That's what I need.
What do you need? What do you need here?
I didn't actually even need.
What do you need here?
I didn't ask you to come over here. We just
what do you need here?
Are you going to let me talk or are you going to keep interrupting me?
What do you need?
I'm about to tell you, but are you going to interrupt
Are you a
me?
client of the community custody program?
That's none of your business.
Are you a client
of the public? I'm a member of the public is what I
You're not. So all you want to do is come up here and
wait, hold on. So BZ,
yeah,
how much you want to bet this guy's got a military background? Sounds like a drill sergeant or something.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking this guy had like Allied Universal written all over him.
Yeah.
What do you need? What is your major malfunction, private auditor?
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like what's it called? Full Metal Jacket or something like that.
No, I thought Martinez was acting more Full Metal Jacket than this guy. This guy is acting like Allied Universal, man.
To me, he reminds me of a soldier. He's not hard enough.
No. The gap between his teeth there is like bigger than a goalpost.
Okay, wait. Okay, so, that's funny that you said that because you saw the video. Yeah, you already saw it. But
cause problems.
Calm down. You're the one causing a problem.
You're the one that's causing problems because I asked you to step out into the lobby area.
You can ask me anything, man. I'll ask you to take your shoes off, bro. You don't have to listen to you.
But you want to come in.
Wait. Guys, just tell me. Do you have any training as a comedian? Just give it to me. Come on. Be honest. That was great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, actually, Bay Area Transparency used that one too because he thought it was hilarious too. And I can't take credit for that. I actually got that from my old friend Donut Hole Audits. He's the one that started that, and I just ran with it because it's funny.
It's freaking good, man. Here we go.
Here, you want to make a fool of yourself.
You're the one acting foolish, bro.
Coming in here
Chill out.
with bottles and recording everything. When I simply ask you to step onto the line.
Yeah, you can ask me now.
All you want to do is a confrontation. Be up here being stupid.
For what?
Well, if that's what you think, if you think this is just a confrontation, then why don't you just go back to your office and get back to work and leave us alone?
So this is my office.
Yeah. Did you work right here in the lobby?
If you want to record, you can feel free to record outside here.
Yeah, I'm going to record right here too, man.
You come outside here
to
and record out. You call it.
Wait, hold on. Is that his boyfriend over there with the camera? This guy right over here?
No, that's ANCAP CopWatcher. That's our friend.
Okay, just want to make sure. I'm trying to.
Yeah, he's not with them.
Copy that. All right.
And check out what the sheriff's department has to offer the citizens that are coming in here for these services, and we have a right to have this transparent and see what's going on, see what they have to offer here, and how you guys act. I hope you guys don't act this way with the people that come in here.
What did he say? Did he say felon?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out what the hell he said too.
Hold
He
up.
might have said
Can you
that.
go back? Can you go back again?
Yeah, absolutely. That's dude, that's kind of messed up. Like, really? Let's hear what he has to say.
You guys act. I hope you guys don't act this way with the people that come in here for these services. And we have a right to have this transparent and see what's going on, see what they have to offer here and what you guys, how you guys act. I hope you.
I'm telling you, to me, I thought he said felon, and I'm trying.
That's actually what it sounded like. That he was whispering under his tongue to try to get him to spark. I mean, like almost like to try to get a rise out, like a dig, because it sounds to me like he's saying felon.
What do you think, man?
I don't know. I like I said, I repeated that a few times. I couldn't make it out, but he actually he hadn't said it yet. On when you rewound it, right? He's about to say it right now.
No, I think he did. Go ahead.
You guys don't act this way with the people that come in here.
Felon.
Like, yeah, was it felon or because I always thought it was like spell it or something, but then I was like, spell it. That doesn't even make sense. So.
Well, it could just be retarded, but
Yeah.
When he says that, you're talking about the kind of people that come in here is the statement you're making.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, play that back right before that and listen to what Denver says.
Well, how far do you want me to go back? I'm at 9:24.
Like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Right about here.
And that's for the record speaking right now.
Sheriff's Department has to offer the citizens that are coming in here for these services. And we have a right to have this transparent and see what's going on, see what they have to offer here and what you guys, how you guys act. I hope you guys don't act this way with the people that come in here.
Felon.
He said it right after you said the kind of people you deal with, felons.
He said felon, and he said felons, plural, the second time. That's my reading. Guys, look, I've done a lot of civil rights cases. I've been practicing law for at least 20 years, or almost 20 years. Before that, I was a paralegal and a law clerk. And I've seen hundreds of thousands of hours of video footage. I'm telling you, what it looked like to me is he said felon singular and then felons plural. And, you know, put a bunch of ones if you think he said felon. And if not, in the comments, please, guys, because I want you to help me out here because we got somebody who's going to need some help on this. What that guy said could have been highly prejudicial and a violation of equal protection. So think about that as a civil rights type mindset. But give me a bunch of ones if you think he said felon, and then type in what you think he did say to kind of help me out and get me your contact info because I would like you to help me on this to understand this better. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this thing. Here we go.
You know, you guys swore an oath to the Constitution, right? You know, the five freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment.
We're not the Sheriff's Department. Okay. And if you want information on CCP, I'd be more than happy to answer.
Well, that's kind of what we came in here for. We were trying to talk to that lady, and then she said, well, you guys can't be here. She came and got you guys. And then we got this guy, Winslow, over here acting, yelling at us and everything else.
What questions do you have, sir? I will answer that for you.
But this is clearly a public lobby, sir. We came off the elevator. There's no restricted access. There's no signs. There's no key card access.
Well, if you can let me talk now. Actually, this isn't a public lobby. This is where inmates come in, so they do have their right to be.
Well, then why would you have the door wide open like this with no signs?
Why are you up here?
Huh?
Because normally they don't let people up here just to let people.
Normally,
they have to be identified as.
So just really quick, I just want to give some context. So law enforcement authorities and officials, this is why I have a problem with cops, have the right to lie to you. So if you want to talk about the thin blue line and talk about how great cops are, they have the legal right to lie to you. So there's no other job or there's no other type of employment or any kind of life activity that says it's okay to lie to people. The whole basis of being a human being is that we're honest and you do business with people you trust and you get screwed by people who you don't trust because it's called being a human. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, I don't believe anything this guy's saying because our Supreme Court says he has the right to lie. But I'm going to keep playing this.
And before you start it, he also said that we have CCP clients in here and they have a right to privacy. And that's a lie too. They don't have a right to privacy. I don't know if he's lying intentionally or if I think like most public employees, they're just ignorant of the law. And
Well,
you know, I wouldn't record, and I say it in this video, but I wouldn't record somebody that came in there that was on ankle bracelet anyways, because I'm not here to do that unless they engage with me and, you know, start acting foolish. Then I'll record them. But I try to keep them off. If they're on my camera inadvertently, I'm not one to just point my camera down or to do everything I can to keep them off. But I usually try to keep them off. But the fact that he even told me that, I mean, it just shows how ignorant he is. That they don't have a right to privacy. It doesn't matter if they're on ankle bracelet.
Well, how ignorant he is well. Well, we don't normally have this close. Now, what do you mean not normally?
Yeah.
Normally.
And I address that too right here. I address not normally. It doesn't matter normally.
No, I mean normally. So what is it? So it's the one day that they're opening to the public because the door's wide open. I mean, bottom line is if there's no sign and the door's not closed or secure, then it's open.
And by the way, I think tattoos are cool and everything, but what's the deal with all the cops getting like sleeves? It's kind of weird.
Put a sleeve on. Wear a real shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of
weird.
weird.
The guy's been shopping at Baby Gap.
Yeah, and this Martinez guy looks like he probably would be better off on like in a bar maybe in West Hollywood or something.
Looks like he was hitting some estrogen.
Yeah. So God, you guys, man, you guys are going to end up getting me fired. Hold on, let me really quick here. Let's keep playing this. This is great comedy. Let's see what
you can't be in here filming.
Normally, it doesn't matter. Normally, man, like we wanted to come up here to do a story on the building. That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
which questions do you have about CCP?
Well, you know what? We originally were going to ask some questions, but you know, since you guys are coming up trying to intimidate us, we don't need your help no more. We're just going to take our pictures here. You guys are dismissed. You can get back to work, man.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to hang out here until you guys leave, and then when we're
ready. Mike, pause it. So
I like the whole. I
know. Did you just hear what Denver said though? I'm not going to have you guys up here and intimidate me. So they've already asked, demanded, they've intimidated. What's next?
You're right. Oh, got it. Okay. So this is part of what the cop was teaching us the other day. First you ask,
then you
demand, and then you force.
Intimidate, which is what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's
usually forced is last because they don't want to write the report.
Oh. Okay, here we go, guys. That was good. That was
ready. We're gonna leave, but we promised you're gonna leave before we do. So
gotcha.
You know, you guys would have just been cool.
You guys with BZWatchdog? All right, send up the thugs.
Nope. Okay. ET on that 82.
So you guys are just city or county employees there?
County employees.
Okay.
County security.
Metropolitan Detention Center.
I'm on ET at this time. Do you know if they're armed or any other information you can?
Wait, hold on.
Auditor. He said auditor.
Hold on.
Oh, did he? I even missed that part.
She said auditor on the microphone. We don't have any more, or do you have any more information on the auditor?
Hold on.
I missed that.
I'm gonna rewind this because I heard something like that too. Hold on, guys.
Oh my God, these guys are idiots.
So he's doing the whole the intimidation with the noise on the CB squawks, right?
You guys leave, and then when we're ready, we're gonna leave. But we promised you're gonna leave before we do. So
gotcha.
No visual.
You know, you guys would have just been cool.
Are you guys with BCSO?
We're on a BZ on the screen.
Okay.
Can't see the
ET on that 82.
So you guys are just city or county employees there?
County employees.
Okay.
Can't see the video, Mike.
County security.
Metropolitan Detention Center.
I'm on ET.
I'm gonna rewind it
before we do. So
gotcha.
You know, you guys would have just been cool.
Are you guys with BCSO or?
Nope.
Okay.
ET on that 82.
So you guys are just city or county employees there?
County employees.
Okay.
County security.
Metropolitan Detention Center.
I'm on ET at this time. Do you know if they're armed or any other information you can?
Armed.
No, there's
Auditor or any other information.
It's just they're refusing to depart the secured area.
This is not a secure area, man. Well, how come you don't have any signage out there?
So I didn't hear the auditor part.
He said armed.
Armed. Oh, are they
I
armed?
could have sworn she said auditor.
That's what I thought too. I wasn't quite sure. Let me go back again. Because that would be interesting if somebody said auditor, right? Is it right around here?
Yeah.
Do you know if they're armed or any other information you can?
Oh, by the way, the hesitation in his face, you can clearly see he's basically saying with his very effeminate gesturing that he knows you're not a threat. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because she's saying auditor, and then he's giving that goofy look.
All right. Let's keep playing it.
No, there's nothing. Like that.
No.
It's just they're refusing to depart the secured area.
This is not a secure area. Man. Well, how come you don't have any signage out there?
There is actually says community custody unit.
That's not.
That doesn't say no public though.
Community custody unit.
Doesn't say no public. The door's wide open. We got in the elevator, walked right in here.
Okay.
It looks like there's like a receptionist supposed to be here, man. There's pamphlets and stuff like here, stuff we can grab, right?
No,
this is a lobby, man.
Actually, that's protected by HIPAA and stuff like that, though. Yeah.
This is protected by HIPAA, but a member of the public can come up here.
Can't come up here. That's the problem. It's not member.
So what are those?
Okay, so just really quick. So not everybody knows what HIPAA is, and I don't really feel like explaining it. Does one of you guys want to kind of tell the audience what HIPAA is?
Yeah, I can cover that. Unless Denver wants to, it's up to you.
I just get it out of the way.
Cover it. So HIPAA is essentially, it's not even a law, but it's like it's for employees. So it's a citizen can never be in violation of HIPAA. Only the employees can. The employees have the duty to protect the patient's information. So when he says, "Oh, that's for HIPAA," or I've been told so many times, you're in violation of HIPAA laws by taking a picture. That's like saying if you're recording on a sidewalk and you're taking a picture of a car accident and there's an ambulance there, if the patient gets in the view, then you're in violation of a HIPAA law. That's not true. So HIPAA is only for the employees. It has nothing to do with recording or taking anyone's picture. So that's what HIPAA is.
Right. So HIPAA is basically I think it's a federal law that has to do with the protection of patient information in a medical type of a setting. And so this officer is saying, well, this is a HIPAA protected area, and therefore you can't film here. Now, in the defense of the officers, there are reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions on when and where you can film in a public facility, but typically that will be delineated by signage. In this case, since we know officers have the right to lie, and they lie all the time because the Supreme Court says they can, we know that they're probably lying, right? That's the problem. Back the blue when they're lying to you, that's crazy. So because we're critical thinkers and we're not reactionary thinkers brainwashed by the public education system, we know that we have to think critically. And so we know that, well, clearly there's no, when you look over here on the wall, see all those papers? If the police left medical information exposed, I mean, that's a ripe case for me. I'll sue the police, right? Because they left my client's medical information exposed. And if they didn't put up signs, that's more evidence of their liability. My guess is that he had the absolute right to be there. It's a public area. It wasn't a restricted area. And they tried to make it into a restricted area because they just don't want him there and they want to flex their muscles. Now, you two guys, what do you guys have to say about that?
That's how I feel. I mean, I've watched this. I think this is my third time watching this video. I think basically they didn't want him back there. They probably got caught doing something they weren't supposed to be doing or doing, which is basically absolutely nothing. They left the door open. I mean, that was probably a straight violation. And now they're trying to cover their butt on how people made it all the way to the back ups, that secured area in the back room. And so now they're trying to scoot them out of there. So that way it deflects them screwing up to these guys being trespassed in an unsecured area when they're not.
Yep. And then what do you have to say, Denver? Give me your 2 cents.
I was just going to say, if we had came up there without the camera, I bet you it wouldn't be an issue at all. If we had a little notepad and we're writing stuff down, we had a couple questions, they probably would have been totally fine with helping us. So it's just I guess it's 2024, because, now that everyone has access to cell phones and, actually, Clint Eastwood, I saw a meme. I don't know if it's true or whatever, but it's true to me. I don't know if he actually said it, but Clint Eastwood said, you know what, we're really living in a pussy generation right now. And I totally agree with that, man. It's like everyone's just so up in arms. You can't tell any jokes. Like you can't do anything now, and people just get so offended over a camera. It's wild.
Yeah. I would have to say that's a fair statement. If you're wearing a pinhole camera, they're not going to say anything. But when you have this, oh my God, I'm being filmed, it's like psychologically people can't handle it. It's just a weird deal when our own government's been illegally spying on us for years.
Well, see, that's
people in prison who are whistleblowers. calling them the
And I
enemy.
think that's why we ought to be wearing hidden cameras. That's something they don't see, and then say, okay, I turned off my camera, so can I stay? Is the only reason you didn't want me here is because of the camera. Let the undercover camera catch them saying that and violating your rights.
You know, that's actually a really good idea. And so, you know, I don't want to reveal sources and methods, but I would like it if we could form an alliance with some of these auditors and CopWatchers and come up with some different methods of surveilling and holding public officials accountable and still getting your clicks and your likes and all the stuff that you want to do to keep the public informed, because that's really important, but also not go to jail. So that's something I'd like to do. Put a bunch of ones if you guys would like to see some alternative non-confrontational methods that might actually help us hold law enforcement officials accountable more than we're able to do now. And then I'm going to keep playing this for you guys.
And real quick,
Cool,
we
then who are
actually,
those for?
For our clients.
For your
I was just gonna say real quick, on the DMA channel, we actually have a video with Sweet Tea and I, where that was the issue, is the camera. But we looked up their policy, and it says that a member of the public, or that a public employee is not supposed to give any information to any member of the public whatsoever unless it goes through the PIO. And so we tested that theory because that's what they were trying to tell us when I had my camera, obviously. And so we tested that theory, and Sweet Tea went in there with some spy glasses, and sure enough, they were violating their policy and answering every single question that she had. So we've actually already done that before.
That makes sense. It's all about the hype and the fear of the camera. Oh, I'm being filmed. It's the end of the world. And then when they don't think they're being filmed, you'll catch them, you know, throwing some marijuana in someone's car or pulling a 38 out of their ankle and throwing it down into the car. Now, I've seen some pretty corrupt stuff. I mean, power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this.
Your clients, right? So a member of the public can come up here and
They're not members of the public.
They're a client. It's a member of the. If they can come up here, and that we're members of the public, we can come up here.
Inmates in the Metropolitan Detention Center. Those are the only.
They're like incarcerated in jumpsuits.
They have an ankle bracelet system.
Okay, yeah, but they're on the streets. They're not incarcerated. They're like, you know,
They're incarcerated. Still incarcerated
on the CCP unit, which is a unit of the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Okay. Well, the way it works, sir, is you have to have key card access or like signage. You see the doors wide open. We got off the elevator, walked right in here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I bet Officer Martinez doesn't beat his wife. He beats his boyfriend.
Oh gosh, that's terrible. Well, there's no question about it that you know, he's definitely on the other side of
he's a little light in the loafers.
A little light in the loafers, as they'd say. But what I don't like is, here's what I don't like, guys, is you have all these self-identification groups, right? I'm this, I'm from, you know, my preference is this, or I'm this, or I want to do that. But once they get involved and they get a government paycheck, everything changes. And all of a sudden, you don't matter to them. And their fellow people that they wave their flags around with and trot around little toddlers with when they go on their little parades, none of those people matter to them anymore. All that matters is their pension and their paycheck. And that's a real problem. I have a real problem with that. And I think that when their unions try to keep a certain, you know, whatever side it is, just their side in power all the time, all that is so they can get more power. And to me, the government's job is to stay out of my business and to stay out of your business. And that's the big problem that I have, is that the government in the United States was designed to protect individuals and basically to leave us alone unless we ask them for help. And instead, now they're telling us we can't even collect rainwater. So think about that. I have a real problem with that. Put a bunch of ones if you think it's a problem that you can't collect rainwater anymore. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this, unless you guys have anything else to say.
Go for it.
Roll that beam footage.
Let's do it, man. Let's roll that beam.
And that'll be addressed with the security department. That's fine.
Okay.
I can't explain what happened there at that point.
Because I mean, the guy downstairs, the deputy, he told us you guys go to the second and sixth floor.
Officer. He's not.
He is, and I don't know what was told to him. If you guys told him that you were part of CCP, you're right. I don't know why they let you guys.
He said straight up, he said you guys go to the second and sixth floor. He said all the rest are key card access. That's what we did. We followed the directive, the process, right?
I believe.
So
they may have thought you were a client of CCP. I don't know. I don't know what conversation. Yeah, actually do. There's normal people.
Oh, so normal people.
Yeah,
This is
that's what we
public,
are.
yeah.
We're normal people.
CCP for
got
people,
paperwork from the
normal
courts?
people.
Do you have paperwork from the courts? Do you have paperwork from the courts?
For, huh?
To be placed on CCP.
Okay, so really quick. So I got to tell you, like being a married dude, right? And my wife's really good at redirecting.
You spelled
But I'm
himself wrong, by the way.
I'm seeing that these guys are engaged in classic redirection. They're trying to redirect instead of focusing on the matter at hand. And so you auditors, beware. A lot of these cops have training in psychology, reverse psychology. So they're going to try to like turn it around and get you focused on something that isn't the focus of the conversation. So I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but I'm seeing that happening right now. I'm going to keep playing this for y'all.
I don't need to be placed on
You
CCP.
don't.
CCP
You
to
don't.
be
You don't.
a best.
So,
I have a vested interest in this place. I pay taxes.
Okay, well, what were
I
your
have a vested
questions?
interest in how this place is run for transparency purposes.
call 8700, 839-8700.
Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come in person and find out for myself, to see what's going on here, to know for myself
839-8700,
what
please.
is here.
839-8700.
And obviously, you can see that.
By the way, I love the special effects, man. That is freaking cool. Everybody take a look at that. Look at that. That is freaking dope. I love it. All right, here we go.
8700.
Personnel that comes here. I have to deal with
839-8700.
attitudes like this.
839-8700.
You've been okay, partner. I want to say you've been okay for the most of it. You know what I mean? This guy didn't know how to
839-8700.
de-escalate.
Just
Just stay quiet or nothing.
What was it?
What is that?
839-8700.
Can you say it again?
That's to the jail.
That's to the jail.
839-8700.
Got questions about?
All right, so just tell us really quick, because a lot of people probably have no clue. It sounds like he's giving out a phone number to the jail. Is that what's going on?
It's phone number to the jail. So I put that up there. If you guys would like to redress your government and exercise your First Amendment right to do so, you can go ahead and do that. Let them know how unprofessional Winslow is.
All right, here we go. We're going to keep playing.
You
know,
I'm going to call it, says we got A. Winslow, aka the parrot here, man. Just likes to repeat himself over and over. You know, when I make this video, bro, I'm going to put a parrot like right on your shoulder. There's a graphic design there. Winslow the parrot, man. Unprofessional. Unprofessional, man. You don't know how to treat members of the public. No, trust me, I will, man. You're going to be a star now by the way you're acting, bro.
Thank you.
Now, can't you just be cool, man? I don't understand what your problem is. You just have all this disdain and contempt for members of the public that you work for, man. We're tax-paying citizens here.
Thank you.
Why can't you just be nice? I don't understand what the big deal is, man. You're so unprofessional, man. You do not deserve to be working for the public. It's a privilege to work for the public, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be here, man.
Have a good one. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
So, hey, really quick, guys, I do want to point something out, because you're right. What you just said. So when I was growing up, public servants, public officials, like you get a job as a librarian, you make your 20 grand a year, whatever it is, you got a small pension, and you were happy because you were serving the public. Well, now you got guys getting into politics, you know, they're gutter poor, and they're leaving office, you know, $20-30 million in the bank. And there's no more public servants. They're all judges are trying to get jobs, from what I've heard, at CNN, or, you know, get their own Judge Judy channel. They don't want to do their 20 and retire. I just don't put a bunch of ones in the comments if you see that public servants have become the master, and there is no such thing as public service anymore unless there's a big price tag. Put it in the comments if you think public servants are making more than entrepreneurs who pay their salaries. Give me a bunch of ones if you think I'm right about that. But I'm going to go ahead and keep on playing this, because this is outstanding.
They're waiting for the special bus.
This is so good, man. This is really good. Great footage, by the way.
Thanks.
Roll that bean footage.
Let's roll it, yeah.
Do you have it paused, or we got staring
No, it's
contest?
playing.
I'll just sit down here, I guess.
We're just not happy.
We're just gonna hang out until these guys leave, I guess.
Let me check out some traffic, see what kind of traffic comes in through here, and
By the way, do you have a reasonable means to leave that room, or are you basically trapped in there?
No, we could. The door is behind us.
Copy that. So there's a door behind you, and there's the door next to them.
Yeah, but the only way out is the door behind us.
Copy that. Okay.
And they're
See,
not
how
retreating.
they're treated, and maybe ask him a few questions, whoever the CCC personnel. Come in here, ask him a few questions, see how
No, you
How
don't
they're
have
treated.
access to any of my clients.
they have the First Amendment right to freedom of speech, and they can tell us whatever
Their
they
clients,
want.
they're
And we have the
active.
First Amendment right to freedom of press,
Okay,
to record anything that they're saying that they feel needs to be disseminated to the public.
okay. Whatever you say.
Freedom of press, freedom of speech.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, he did the
So-
smart thing. I think that guy kind of realized like that, he wasn't going to bully us out of there. And
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted anything to do with it. He realized how bad I was clowning Winslow, and he did the smart thing and just left. And eventually Winslow leaves too, because he can't handle it either. And you can kind of tell when I
Yeah.
come back to Winslow here, the demeanor change of how he was super tough and arrogant at the beginning. And after I started with that Paris stuff, you pretty much kind of you can tell by his body language.
Don't get too close to me.
No, man,
You
what, is that a law?
didn't want me close to you.
About 10 feet away
You
from you
didn't
right
want me
now.
close to you. Don't
Yeah,
get
because
close
you
to
got
me.
like an inch from me, bro. I'm 10
Don't
feet
get
away
close
from
to
you.
me.
Is that a
I don't
law?
want you-
What
I
law
don't
is
want
that?
you to get
What
close
law
to
is
me.
that? I'm
Same
gonna come right
law
here,
as
bro.
that.
I'll get 6 feet from you, bro. Let's
So
get 6 feet right
Stay
there.
away from me.
I'll
It's
stay
just
right
like I
here,
stay
man. You're
away
not
from
gonna do
you.
nothing about it, bro.
Okay, so
Go
stay
ahead.
away from
Do
me,
something,
please.
bro. Do something. I'm 6 feet away from you. I'm not in your space.
Touchdown.
Why do you want me to do something? Oh, that's what you want, huh?
No, actually, I want you
That's
to
what
leave-
you
I told
want. That's what you want.
I want you to leave me alone and get back to work. That's what I
you
want.
want. That's what you want.
Yeah. So if that's what you think I want, then why don't you just not get
So just really quick, everybody, I just want you guys to kind of like understand what's going on here. So a lot of people are upset that auditors and, sovereign citizens or whoever fight against police and kind of like give them a hard time. But when one of your family members gets falsely arrested or gets beat up by a cop, you're going to be really grateful that this guy was out there testing, because the idea is he's checking to see if this person has the right temperament to be in law enforcement. Now, if I was that cop right there, I would have a totally different mentality about the way I would be trying to give you guys a tour of the building. And there are peace officers out there who think like that. But I just want to give context to the audience, because I think a lot of people, they don't get it. Oh, he's being so mean to that officer. But in reality, the cop doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's lying through his teeth half the time. There's no HIPAA problem here. I mean, it's just all BS.
It ain't
Go
hard
ahead.
to lie through his teeth with that gap in it.
What's that?
It ain't hard to lie. It ain't hard to lie through those teeth with that big ass gap it is.
Oh, right. Right. But all the like the ad hominem attacks and all that. I mean, I appreciate what he's doing, and he's not calling the guy names. He's saying, look, I'm going to get close to you. I'm going to film you. I have a right to be here. And if I don't, then show me the authority that says that I don't have the right to be here. You're not asking for much, but that's a lot when you've been conditioned by the Rockefeller public education system to be a reactionary thinker and not be a critical thinker. I'll be honest, the guy that left, I actually have a lot of respect for that guy, the Twinkle Toes guy. Like that, I like that guy. I'm not going to lie.
You know what? By the look of this guy's
legit.
face right now, I think they're actually married or dating at least.
Maybe. But what I'm saying is his approach, I think he realized like, oh my God, this dude's, he's right. And this other dude, what's his name? Manslow or Winslow?
Winslow.
That's an ego thing. He's just trying to show that he's got power. And that's
Wait. Did we say his name was Winslow? Because that's what he's doing right here is winning slow.
all right. I'm going to keep playing.
Come on. I got him.
give me what I want, and why don't you just buckle and bounce and get back to work, bro?
Because your child is
Right?
like that.
Don't you have something else to do, man?
I am.
Some other work?
You're here to-
I know
Don't
you
you
did
have
something
something to
else
do?
before you came out here.
Don't you got something to do?
No, this is what I'm doing.
I'm working right now, bro.
You don't have
I'm
a
checking
job.
on my government.
Obviously, you don't.
This is my job, man. I'm at work right now.
Okay.
But you're paid with tax dollars. I think the
Mhm.
tax dollars could be allocated in a much more efficient way than just sitting
Yeah.
out here babysitting law-abiding citizens, being rude, right? Giving unlawful
Everyone is being
directives,
rude.
trying to
This
intimidate
gentleman,
us.
he stepped out here with no problem.
Wait. Giving unlawful directives. Okay. So that's something that I want to point out. So it is lawful. It is legal. Wait, hold on. It is legal for the police to lie, but do you think it's really lawful? You tell me, because to me, lawful means going in the spirit of morality, knowing the law and meaning to keep it well, not lying and deceiving people to try and arrest them or get a conviction. But you tell me, because you're an auditor. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, what he was doing was the unlawful directive. It's not really the lying, but it's just the saying that it's HIPAA and telling us that we have to leave and that we have to get permission from the chief. That's an unlawful directive.
And it was all a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So it was legal for him to lie and
Right.
face no repercussions. But if you lie to an FBI agent, you're going to prison for a minimum of 5 years. Well, a maximum of 5 years is what they can give you.
Yeah.
And they get to decide what the lie is. So think about that, guys. It's pretty scary stuff. Think long and hard about the system that you're supporting. Because look, I'm all about peace officers and the Shire of the Reef, the sheriff, the duly elected official who's there to protect you from the sovereign and protect you from the king's edicts. But I'm not all about a municipal system that allows people to lie and try to throw you and your family members in jail at whim, and then have an FBI agency. If you just engage in a conversation with them, they can come along later with a report saying that the agent feels that you lied to them. I mean, think about how devastating that is. That could destroy your entire family. That's absolutely unfair. It's unacceptable.
I got 2 words for you real quick.
Yeah.
Judo chop.
Oh, well, that'd be more like karate, I think. Yeah. Maybe we do
judo chop. The way he's got his little hand knife out there.
Well, we do a little bit of striking and judo, but I would say that's more karate.
I was just thinking Marine Corps, the judo.
Oh,
knife.
yeah, I got you. Yeah. The line. Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep playing this, guys. Great video, by the way. Great freaking footage. Great bean footage.
He has no problem recording right over there.
That's fine. And you know what?
But
I'm going to
you
stand
two
right here.
went out
He's getting a different view. a different
caused
perspective.
confrontation. For what reason?
You're
I
the
have
one who
no
started the
idea.
confrontation by the way your demeanor
And
coming
we
up here all
asked you to
aggressive.
Step outside of the
Yeah, and I asked you to
there.
take your shoes off, man. You don't have to do that, and I don't have to step outside.
So
There's not a, it's not
why
a
do you want
law.
to come here and cause confrontation when I asked you?
I
literally
don't
asked you
want to cause a
step
conflict.
outside?
You're causing.
She teased Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man. Hey, Reggie,
Sad.
it's good.
You're causing confrontation.
You're asking
Look how
us to step
unprofessional this
outside
guy
for no
is, raising his
reason.
voice at us.
Oh my God.
You're asking us to step outside for no reason.
Is there anything else?
You're just asking us to step outside for no
So
reason.
just
Walk
really
of shame. Walk of shame.
So really quick, does hold on a minute. Does this guy even have power of arrest?
No, he has no arresting power. He has no authority over us. That's why they called the actual deputy sheriffs over,
Copy.
sheriff's deputies. But real quick, I just want to say too, is that I don't like making fun of people for like physical attributes. I mean, I have braces myself, but like the thing with me and like Regan, she's in the chat, and I learned a lot from her. It's you know, you get what you give, and you know, like you said in the beginning, I like how your demeanor is, and you're real respectful and stuff.
Yeah.
And I tried to be respectful with this guy. And he doesn't want to hear anything. He doesn't want to listen to understand. He only wants to listen to respond. And he's just an arrogant, condescending prick. And so that's why I did that little skit thing, because you know that's what he gets, man.
No, he
It was funny as hell, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was great. Good.
I love the parrot.
comedy.
I love the parrot sitting on his shoulder still.
It's really good too. let me keep playing. This is great footage, by the way. This is really good.
Roll that bean footage.
Roll that bean.
Yeah, he's out of here, man.
So you could probably actually skip now if you
Oh,
want to
that
skip
guy,
a couple
man. Like
minutes
seriously.
for time's sake, just to when the deputies show up.
How far?
Just keep going. Let's see. Go back a little bit.
Oh,
Back
here
a
we
little
got more
bit.
guys back.
That's fine right there.
Talk to you out here.
Good here or back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go
No, that's
back.
good. That's good. Right there is fine. Yep.
Stand
Yep.
by.
Right there.
Roll that bean footage.
Don't play with that footy cat.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Oh, look here we got more guys
Hey,
back.
come on. I'm going to talk to you out here.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
Sergeant Al with the Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you guys know. I know you're recording me.
Okay, so context for the audience. So these guys have arrest powers. These are actually sworn law enforcement officers. They're wearing their full body armor, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And they look
these are
like
the-
they're all tactical. This guy's got his 1911 mags. It looks like. So it looks like they all have different types of firearms. The other guys had a Glock based on their mags, so there's no uniformity. One guy looks like a prison guard, and these other guys look like regular sheriffs. You tell me, brother.
Yeah, these are the Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies, and
Yeah.
they're mostly sergeants. These two guys here are sergeants, and I think there's a couple other. There's actually 3 sergeants, I think, and 1 deputy. I think they sent 4 of them up there for us.
Yeah, and it looks, based on his mags, it looks like this dude, the sergeant's carrying a 1911, which would be a 45. And it looked like the other guy had a G19, which would be a 9mm. But anyways, I digress. Let's keep watching.
That's fine.
Yep.
But this is a controlled access building, and unless you have an appointment here, you can't just stay here and record things. So I'm going to ask you all that you need to leave. This is your lawful order, okay? You have to leave. You have no official business here.
I do have
You do not have an appointment.
Okay, so right there. So as soon as the I just want to give context here. As soon as a law enforcement officer says this is a lawful order, then the proper response for you would be to say, so if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested, correct? Because you have two options: get arrested or get it on the record that you will be arrested if you don't follow the command, because he's saying it's a lawful command. That means you're definitely getting arrested. All right. Just pay attention, people. So the way you deal with this is you say, so you're telling me if I don't leave, I'll be arrested. Tell me I'm going to be arrested if I don't leave, and I'll leave, because now at least you have the violation, because he's exerted the power of the state to violate your rights. And now it's up to a jury or maybe a judge on a 12B6 or whatever to decide whether or not your rights were actually violated. You guys have anything you want to add? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but Mike, if you notice, he real quick asked, put that video back up instead of me so I can actually look at the guy.
All right, stand by.
So if you go back like 3 seconds from here. Okay, so when he starts to Denver the guys, he's gonna ask twice, and then all of a sudden he turns to him and goes, "I'm basically it's a demand at that time." So he went from ask to demand real quick without any reasonable time. Right. And then looks like he's already doing the intimidation factor. Like he's basically going through all 4 levels like real quick, like within 5 seconds. He's not even giving them an opportunity at this point. So ask, demand, intimidate, and force, and go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, and it looks like based on his mag right here,
that might be gun. I'm talking about the
that might be a double stack. I know, I can't help it, man. I'm just trying to figure, is that a double stack mag? Put it in the comments if you think that's a double stack. Here, we keep going.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Oh, look here. We got more guys back.
Come on. I'm going to talk to you out here. I'm a sergeant out with the sheriff's department.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you guys know. I know you're recording me. That's fine.
Yep.
But this is a controlled access building. And unless you have an appointment here, you can't just stay here and record things. So I'm going to ask you all that you need to leave. This is your lawful order, okay? You have to leave. You have no official business here.
I do have.
You do not have.
Okay. What'd you say, BZ?
When he said this is a lawful order, that's when he's demanding.
Yep.
And now he's going to try to intimidate and then escalate the force.
Okay, here we go.
Have an appointment with CCP.
I don't have to.
You don't have to have an appointment with pretrial. You have to have an appointment. I'm just telling you what it is.
The deputy downstairs told us that we could come up here to floor 2 and 6. Those are the open to the public.
He doesn't have an itinerary.
But I have business. I have legitimate business.
Do you have an appointment with CCP?
I don't have to have an appointment with CCP to have legitimate business.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, gentlemen, okay? I'm giving you one warning. If you choose not to leave, there is a criminal state statute you will violate, and I will take all 3 of you to jail. So I'm giving your one warning on the record now, that if you do not leave this building.
Hey, just really quick, put it in the comments. What's up with these black swingers rings that I see a lot of cops wearing? Because I Googled, what are these black marriage rings? And it says they're swingers. So put it in the comments if you know that's a new law enforcement. Are these guys a bunch of swingers now?
No, that just means their wives have cheated on them with other cops.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, nothing to see here. Okay, here we go.
Roll that beam footage.
Like I've asked you to. All 3 of you will be booked today.
Will be the charge.
30.
The charge.
20-13.
30-20-13. It's a criminal statute to interfere with a public building or a private building that's owned by the government.
But are we interfering by simply taking pictures?
Because you're up here recording. This is a private building. This is a private building. This is a private building. You have no business here.
Smith first coming, sir. Smith first coming. My constitutionally protected
So what's the decision going to be? I'm giving you guys the fair.
Okay, can I get your business card?
And you need to leave.
Can I get your business card?
Well, then I need you to.
So what happens if we go to jail?
I do not have a business card, but I told you my name is Sergeant Al.
Alan, what's your badge
Sergeant
number?
Al. So we're going to go.
What's your badge number?
Say S11.
S11. So what would happen? So what happens if we go to jail? Then do we get do you have to bond out, or do we just get a PR bond right away, or what? How's that
You'll
work?
have to see a judge, and they'll have to determine everything. I'm not the judge, so I don't.
We'll be stuck here until we see the judge. You said?
Not in this building.
So I got to tell you, this cop, this sergeant, he really comes off super professional, even though he's a jackboot thug and he's trying to violate your rights. And this is what I'm trying to get through to all of my people, because I care about you guys. If you guys could act like that cop in support of your rights, which I think you're doing a pretty good job, by the way, Denver, of doing that. Obviously, you're going to be pissed off. It makes sense. Your rights are violated.
Well, you know what? There was one more thing before when he was rattling off the statue. Yeah. I think it was actually right after the statue. I just caught it. Yep. But he turned around and said, "You guys just can't come up here and just film." So they keep saying that is the reason, pretty much, because it keeps coming out of their mouth. Right. Even though he said at the very beginning, it's okay that you guys can film me, but then it's, well, you guys have to leave because you just can't come up here and film.
Okay, so that brings me back to the First Amendment protected activity deal, and we'll talk about that in future videos. But what I'm trying to get through to the audience is, from a lawyer's perspective, if I'm standing before a jury, I want to make sure that my jury is sympathetic to you. And if you're telling cops to F off and they're a-holes and giving them the finger, yeah, I'll probably win on the liability. There's two phases. There's liability and there's damages, right? The liability phase is what determines whether or not the cops did something wrong, whether or not you were wronged. And then the second phase is, well, how much money you're going to get, the damages phase. That's the important part, because that's what you're going to live off of, since your wrists and your nerves are destroyed from that tight handcuffs or whatever might have happened to you. And so if you come off like a creep, the jury isn't going to give you any money. And we all know that most of the people left on the jury are going to be government employees, people who work for the post office, people who work for a government agency, because they're the only ones who get money. So it's almost like stacked against you. You got already a government official, another government official. They're all, part of this SEIU. They're all giving money to, the same political party. They're all the same. Well, except for cops. Cops probably give more to Republicans, I guess, but everyone else gives to the blue candidate if they're a government employee. And that's pretty much what you're left with. It doesn't matter whether they're Republican or Democrat. What matters is they're supporting the state. And you've got a hostile jury already. And if you've got these videos of you like cussing and making a fool out of yourself in the eyes of the jury, yeah, they may find in your favor, but they're going to rule against you when it comes to damages. And that's why I encourage all of you to take a look at the Long Island guy, and Dupree, or what's his name again? Dupree. Yeah, take a look at that. And we're going to go ahead and keep on playing this.
So we can actually skip past for a minute here. Basically what happens is that we leave under threat of arrest, and I just do a little quick overdub saying that, because usually I do stop right there. That's good. Right there. It's good. Right there. And then we go into the elevator and we go down to try to talk to the deputy. But I say in the video that, hey guys, I usually take the arrest, but I was there out of town for my grandfather's funeral. But I'm starting.
I got you.
Yeah, but I'm starting to. I've already with 5 arrests now. I can't just keep taking an arrest. So I'm really trying not to take any more arrests at all, because there's only so much you can do before you're just buried. So. And
by the way, my condolences and rest in peace to your grandfather. That's a big deal, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I wanted to point out that you have backup. And this is another thing that people need to be aware of. You've got great backup. And when I see your dudes, like this guy's even got a see-through backpack. I mean, talk about transparency. These guys are doing everything they can to make the law enforcement officers know that they're not a threat.
Well, here's the thing about this is definitely smart for Denver. He's in town for a funeral. He thought it'd be good to just go hit like a quick, audit real quick. But here's the thing. Auditor safety is always important. It's always number one. You never want to go to jail. So, the thing is having other people with you when you're doing something like this, sometimes it causes the cops not to make a move or escalate, because it's even numbers. It's not, you're not outnumbered 4-1. They're less likely to do something when you're armed with cameras and other people around you to videotape it from a bird's eye, third view, freaking perspective, because we all know body cameras don't catch everything. And the first thing they're going to do is try to knock that camera out of your hand and then yell that you're resisting when you've got two other people sitting there getting full view.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I got to commend you, obviously, DMA. That was, it's very intelligent the way that you handle this. And I can see that you're not just coming off confrontational. You're starting out, you're matching their energy, but you're not being obsequious. You're not being a punk. You're matching their energy. When they escalate, you escalate. And I appreciate that. And the reason I'm telling you that is because as a juror, I would be looking at that too. Like, okay, this guy's not a punk. Like, he's standing up for himself. Okay, I respect that. So just think about, the guy in your jury, the guy or the girl who's going to be awarding you the money, you got to think how they're going to think. If you're not coming off like a prick and you're engaged in an activity where you're trying to hold the government accountable and you can get that across, you're going to win your case. So unless you guys have anything else to say, I want to keep playing this.
No, keep going. I'm good.
Yeah, we're already over an hour, by the way, guys. And this is what typically happens. I promised my wife I'm going to do this for like 40 minutes and I get stuck in here. So
to the deputy over here.
The exit.
Jeez, now.
But it's going to be a quick one. You cannot block the lobby. You cannot.
We're not even interfering with anything.
Look at that.
You guys are interfering with us.
I understand you guys are trying to bait people in the civil rights violation.
We're not trying to bait anyone.
Yes,
man.
you are.
This is a public area.
Whoa. So what did he just say?
He said, I know you guys are civil rights baiters.
Yeah.
So this guy, like you said, this guy's, he's kind of professional. Well, wait, he gets pretty unprofessional and ridiculous here in a minute. But you can actually skip past this part. This is where I already explained the root beer thing, that we actually are baiting them.
Okay, where do I go?
So we go back a little bit. No, you're going too far. Right about there. It's fine. Yep. Where I at.
They're coming to talk to the deputy that gave him permission to go up.
Yep.
Hey, now, why do all these guys at this department remind me of the billboard when I go to Nevada that says thunder from down under? What's going on? What's going on with that, guys? Put it in the comments. Is this West Hollywood? What department is this?
They're pretty boy deputies here.
This is pretty crazy. Yeah. That's just wild, man.
Hey, real quick, Chris, did you know your fundraiser link is broken?
I did not.
Your GoFundMe?
No.
I've been putting it up there, and everybody's saying that it's
not working.
Man, I can't stop laughing. This is crazy. Look at this guy. He's like Poncherello on steroids.
I'll check it out.
I'm sorry, guys. I guess I'm old, but like when I grew up, it was like I kind of knew what was up. All the dudes wanted to be with the girls, and now we're like, what's going on? All right. So let me see here. Let's go ahead and keep playing this thing, man. Boom.
Yeah, well, these guys are saying they're going to arrest us.
Okay? Huh? I'm going to give you a weapon.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks. These guys are saying they're going to arrest us for being in here.
I'm sorry, can you step outside right here? I can put on the floor for you.
Yeah. It's driven me crazy. I'm trying to talk to this deputy right here.
Okay, well, you can talk to him outside, I guess.
Hey man, so what's going on? How come these guys are trying to arrest us for going into the public lobby and taking pictures?
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of recording or things like that in that nature. You guys were just coming in. It is a public building on 2nd and 6th floor for public entities and things are getting it done. But as far as recording and stuff, I don't know the ins and outs.
But he's trying to say that our constitutional protected activity is causing a disruption. That's what he's going to arrest us.
Let me put this scenario. See that main police station? Public building, right? When you get in there, you're going to see that you're met by security. They're not going to let you in unless you have an appointment.
We already went in there and recorded, and they were totally fine.
But you did not
just left from there.
You did not go through the hallways. I guarantee you did not, because they would not let you pass security unless you were meeting somebody there.
We went in to go do the public records.
You have no CCP.
Wait, hold on. CCP. What does that mean? CCP.
I can't remember what it stands for.
You have no
protective services, something protective service. It's like an ankle monitor.
Okay, so you're not somebody that's supposed to be in there with an ankle monitor or official business, so you can't film in the hallways. Is that what he's trying to get across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And how do you feel about that, by the way? Is that a fair statement? Is that true based on your understanding?
Now, based on my understanding, if it's open to the public, like if anyone can just go in there through the hallways, if it's not a secured area, then you can take pictures in there. But I mean,
Copy
in
that.
the United States of America, that's the way it's supposed to be. But the government clearly can't follow their own rules, and that's not really the way it is. So
Understood. Okay, I'm just trying to get like both sides of the story. He's saying the only way you can be in there is if you have official business, and you can't film no matter what. And of course, we know that's not true. We know you can film, and if you had a pinhole camera, you could film it all day, and they wouldn't say crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah. All right. All right. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. All right.
You have no CCP meeting today. You have no pretrial. I've explained it to you twice. I'm not going to explain it a third time. You gentlemen have a great day. You can stand out here and record all you want, but you cannot go in this building unless you have an appointment and disrupt the flow of the building.
We're not disrupting the flow.
It is a violation of state statute.
No, you're a violation of our First Amendment right. What you're doing.
By all means, then go and do what you need to do if that's what you feel.
Man,
I know you guys are civil rights baiters. I've seen you guys before, so that's fine.
All right. So there you go. So you have a law enforcement officer saying, I know that you are civil rights baiters. And I would venture to say that they've had many, many, many meetings, probably led by FBI agents who came in as guest speakers to warn all of these officers about these horrible people who are trying to hold law enforcement accountable to the first, second, third, fourth, whatever amendments there might be. Eighth Amendment and how terrible that might be. But you can see the disdain that these officers feel towards people who are merely trying to engage in a First Amendment protected activity. I have a problem with that. He's treating you with disdain. How did you feel when he talked to you like that?
I was fuming, man. I was getting more and more pissed off. And like I said, we'll save if people want to watch me go off on this cop, on this sergeant, we'll save that.
Absolutely.
You guys can go check it out later. But I just get so pissed. I'm fuming, man, because the way he's acting like that, because people make that assumption all the time. And assumption is the mother of all screwed ups. Okay.
Wait, hold up. Hold up. BZ's got something to say.
No. We're playing the end of this tonight. People need to see this. I need to see it for a third time.
Okay.
Let's do it. You guys ready? Let's go.
Hey, throwing us out of a place that
there are rules. There are rules. You should, of all people, should know this. You should read these things.
Don't trump our rights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just go around that side.
Are you allowed to go to the White House and just walk around?
No,
and do
because
whatever
that's
you
a
want?
secured area, sir.
What do you think this is? Did you not have to go through security?
Yeah, but we walked right up in there.
And this door locks at a certain time. It's controlled access.
Yeah, so we can't time, place, and manner. We can't go in there.
That's different. That's different.
This ain't any different.
Did you schedule a tour of this building today? Did you schedule a tour of this building?
You shouldn't be able to schedule a tour.
Well, you gentlemen have a great day. I wish you well in your civil rights violation bait thing that you're trying.
Well, it's not a bait thing, man. If we're just we're doing a story on this
knock your story
on this
out.
office here, bro.
Okay, so just really quick. So as we're going through this video, Wayne Jones asks, question for you and Michael: if you film with a hidden camera in a posted no filming area like a courtroom and publish it with like juror images, could they charge later? Absolutely, they could definitely charge. That would be a crime. I mean,
I answered yes.
Yeah,
well, it's not a crime though. It's a chief judge's order. They can hold you in contempt, I guess. But
that's right.
But they never do that. So there's people do that stuff all the time. I think DirectD's done it a bunch and published videos on his channel and stuff, and they never do anything. So
well, it's
but I'm not recommending that people do that. I'm just saying that. So, and they should be able to. They should be able to record in the courtroom anyways.
It's punishable as potential criminal contempt. So it has the same force and effect as law based upon whatever the presiding judge's orders are. So the presiding judge controls all of the courtroom, except for all the courthouse, except for the courtroom where other judges like lower judges might be. And typically they'll have designated areas like a little carve out section where you can film publicly inside the courthouse. And then within the courtroom itself, they'll have a designated protocol as to where you can pan the camera because they don't want you filming kids or rape victims. At least that's their reasoning. And to this very day, the only recording that you even get out of the U.S. Supreme Court is audio recordings. But I happen to agree with DMA. I think that we should be totally transparent. And I think we have the technology to, black out a little kid's face or a female rape victim or whatever. I think that we should always militate in favor of transparency and openness in government because these politicians are scumbags. They go in broke and they come out making 20, 30 mil. I got a problem with that. So we're going to go ahead and hear what you got to say about that, and then we'll keep playing the video.
The reason they actually started doing those no recording in the courtroom stuff is because when they started doing that, there was like big, huge, shoulder mount cameras with cords, and it would cause it was disrupt the flow of the courtroom. That's why they started that. And today, people can just have their cell phone. That's no longer the issue, but they're continuing to do that. And I think the reason that they're doing that is because they don't want people to record and document how bad people are getting screwed over and people are getting locked in cages for victimless crimes and a bunch of ridiculous stuff. And I think that's really what it is, because people can go there and you can get the transcripts, right? So you have to pay for it, but they want you to pay for their record instead of creating your own.
I think that's pretty fair. I think everything you said is 100% on the money. They just don't want transparency. And we saw the judge in the Chile de Castro case. I don't want to be on your YouTube channel. What other evidence do you need? But we're going to go ahead and keep playing this. This is really great footage, by the way. This is really good.
Right now it's about to get into the voiceover, and I'd like to watch not the whole thing, but I'll tell you when to stop. But it's where I break down this law that they used on us.
Okay, just tell me when to roll.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll it, being footage.
Well, yeah, you totally just stopped us because you kicked us out with threat of arrest, man. So
that's because there's actually a violation of state statute, which I've already told you. You should go read that state statute.
It's not
read the state statute and then come back and talk.
It's not interference, though.
Read the state statute.
Yeah,
I've already given it to you.
Yeah, so what was it then? You said it's
2013. 2013. Read 30/2013.
Yeah, but to interfere, I have to use force or threaten to use physical force.
See, that's why you're not educated on that. You haven't read the statute. Read the statute.
Why don't you read it to me so that I can understand it?
I don't have to read the statute to you. I've informed you.
Here's the NMSA or New Mexico statutes annotated that Sergeant Allen is referring to. No person shall willfully refuse or fail to leave the property of or any building or other facility owned, operated, or controlled by the state or any of its political subdivisions when requested to do so by a lawful custodian of the building, facility, or property. Here's the important part. If the person is committing, threatens to commit, or incites others to commit any act which would disrupt, impair, interfere with, or obstruct the lawful mission, processes, procedures, or functions of the property, building, or facility. So Sergeant Allen hates the Constitution so much that he's willing to fabricate a scenario in which our First Amendment protected activity is converted into a crime. Simply taking pictures in no way disrupts the functions of this facility. But wait, there's more, and it gets much better. Subsection B, no person shall act or in any...
Can you take off the that comment there, because it's blocking the...
Yeah.
There you go.
Here, I'll roll it back a few.
No, it's fine. Go. You can play it. No need to do that. Yeah.
Building or other facility or property owned, operated, or controlled by the state or any of its political subdivisions willfully impede the staff or a public official or a member of the general public through the use of restraint, abduction, coercion, or intimidation, or when force and violence are present or threatened. Sergeant Allen literally broke the same NMSA that he's trying to enforce on us. You can't make this stuff up. This is the state of law enforcement in the United States. It's disgraceful, it's shameful, and quite frankly, it's downright embarrassing. Government is the epitome of do as I say, not as I do.
Let it go forward a little bit.
Yeah, go forward. There's one more part of the law that I explained though that I want to So back up just like 5 seconds.
You ready?
Yep.
Hold on, let me get this thing. Roll that bean footage.
And Allen did, but they broke it in an additional way. So let's break this down. No person shall willfully impede a member of the general public when force and violence are present or threatened. So Sergeant Allen threatened force and violence on a member of the general public in order to willfully impede our First Amendment right to record in public. And those deputies sat there and did nothing. This is just one example of why I say there's no such thing as a good police officer. Now, obviously, one way to correct this would be to educate police.
So literally these cops, broke the exact same law that they're trying to enforce on us. And so it's just mind blowing. These guys are supposed to be the experts, man. They're the law enforcement officers. And law enforcement officers, how can you enforce the law when you don't even know the law? That's just something that's mind blowing to me. And I feel like with as much money as police officers make today, most of them make well over 6 figures.
It's crazy.
Why can't they should have to be at least a paralegal? They should have to go to school for 4 years to be able to enforce the law, but they don't. And that's why we have all these civil rights lawsuits and we have all these people getting their rights violated because this guy, Sergeant Allen here, who literally is breaking the same law that he's trying to enforce on us. It's ridiculous.
I would say that's a pretty fair statement. You ready for me to roll that bean footage?
Yeah, you can
Roll
fast
that
forward it a little
bean
bit.
Footage.
This is just my voiceover. I got some good information in there if you guys want to go back and watch the full video.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Great video.
put the link to his video in the description. So
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Right.
Police on constitutional rights, and that us auditors aren't out here to create a conflict or create a confrontation.
Fast forward.
But it starts at the top, because if this.
Tell me when to stop.
Okay. So go back a little bit. If you guys want to hear the verbal beating that I flip out on this guy.
Right here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's good.
All right, guys, let's get back to the video.
Okay, but you said it's causing a disruptance is what it would be, right?
Have a good day, sir.
So simply taking pictures isn't causing a disruptance, man. We got Sergeant Allen here, the clown, bud. Freaking tyrant clown right here. Piece of shit right here, man.
Okay, guys, here's where I get emotional and resort to name calling. I dislike it when I lose control over my emotions like this. I was just so overwhelmingly frustrated by the fact I got kicked out of there, and Sergeant Allen's smug and condescending attitude didn't help.
Clown, bud.
You need to back up, dude. Back up. I don't care if you call me names.
I'll stand where I want, but what law is that? What law is that? Yeah, because you're trying to violate my rights, bud. You're approaching me with, and I'm a good 4 feet away from you, bro. So why don't you just kick rocks, bud?
You guys have a great day.
Kick rocks, clown.
Trying to make a
Have a great day.
Kick rocks, clown. See, that's what you get, man. You want respect? We treated that officer in there with respect, but you're nothing but a coward, bud. That's what you are. So kick rocks, buddy.
Have a great day.
You do not deserve to be working for the public, man. You're a disgrace.
That's not your decision.
Yeah, but you know what? We're taxpayers, man. And that's how you treat members of the public, by violating their rights. And you swore an oath to the Constitution. What's wrong with you, Alan? What's wrong with you?
I just kept my Constitution.
No, you didn't. You just violated your oath.
Okay.
That's the kind of officer you are, man. You're a piece of shit.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys.
You know what? Turn in your gun and your badge and retire. Go be a meter maid. That's what you deserve to be, bud.
I'll see you guys in court.
You piece of shit.
I'll see you in court.
Kick rocks.
Hey, well, at least it looks like he's carrying a 1911, so he has a good choice.
Yeah, but did you hear what did you hear what that future Allied Universal cop said? I'll see you in court. Like he assumes they're going to go ahead and file.
Yeah. Well, let's let him finish.
He's just calling our
tyrant.
I would definitely file a formal complaint against all of them.
So where do we go file complaints on these guys at?
So that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, he basically thinks that we're just going to toss this up on YouTube and that's going to be a wrap, and he doesn't think we're going to follow through with the lawsuit. And that's a thing that I say a lot too, is that it's fine if you guys leave under threat of arrest. And, you know, I never have my idea set in stone. I used to always think that you should just take the arrest. But, you know, I'm starting to think differently now with, you know, going through everything I'm going through. But it's fine if you leave under threat of arrest, as long as you follow through, though, and follow the lawsuit. If you're doing what this officer thinks that I'm going to do, which is just toss it up on YouTube to get our clicks and views, and that's a wrap just for entertainment, then you shouldn't do it. Then you're in it for the wrong reasons. But I've already been, I talked to James Freeman yesterday, and he gave me some referrals to attorneys because he's out of New Mexico. And that's on the agenda. I still need to call them. But you know, we're definitely going to look into filing a civil rights lawsuit on this, because it's ridiculous. They're the only ones, as usual, that broke the law on this day was all of those officers.
Well, you can tell there's already a preconceived sort of prejudice against you, and sort of almost a disdain for the U.S. Constitution, which just blows my mind. Like, you know, I don't get it. It's like we have such a beautiful Constitution, the Bill of Rights. It's just so amazing, like so unlike anything ever in history.
And like you were saying, that, like you said, you compare some of us to like the founders of this country, and this is just the dumbed down, docile population that we have today. Because the founders of this country, they would have been stacking bodies years ago already. You know what I mean? And we've just come to this reality of this propaganda. Everyone's brainwashed that, you know, the government's just here to protect you and they're the good guys and just do what they say and lick the boots. And that's what it's come to, man. And I you know, I'm not saying that like I'm like the founder, like a founders of this country, but like I have the same mindset as the founders had. You know, questioning authority is the most American thing you can do. If the country was founded on questioning authority.
Absolutely. That's what makes you an American, is the fact that you do question authority and you protest to survive. And that's what makes America such a beautiful country. And it's the one thing that the royalists and the Hobbesians and the administrative state people, the union guys, you know, who want to keep their jobs and keep on raping the taxpayers. They hate it. They hate the concept of natural law and individual rights. And that's why, you know, in Argentina, you see that he's wiping out the administrative state down there, because they are the enemy in the minds of many of the American people. These are not people who support individual rights or freedom. They support the concentration of power because they're academics and they think they know better than you. That's my opinion.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, I checked that donation link for the GoFundMe. It works fine on mine. Maybe you put the wrong link in there.
I think it was because I had somebody email it to me and I did put it up in the
okay, cool,
the chat and stuff.
And if you guys, you know, if you can't, you know, I'm not asking for your last $5 or your last $20, you know, like only donate if you're in a position to do that. And also, you know, if you're not in a position to donate but you still want to help, you could share it on your Facebook or share it on, you know, your social medias. That helps too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been at this for about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, your wife's gonna kill you,
man.
But you like the video. It's entertaining video, and I try to make my videos both entertaining and educational. Therefore, more people will watch them.
Throw some super chats up; it'll make her happy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, throw me a super chat so I can say, hey, babe, someone gave me $2.
And YouTube takes 30 or 40%, and then you got to pay taxes on the rest.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works. All I know is I'm picking up a lot of subscribers, and it wasn't the original goal. I just wanted to try to help spread some word. So, guys, take a look also at I have a video about how the Rockefeller family took over the U.S. education system back in the 20s or whatever, and using the Prussian model. And that's why we have a bunch of mindless drones, because the modern public education system just wants good, dumb voters. They don't want people who are critical thinkers. That's why they're at war with homesteaders and the public and in homeschooling. They're at war with homesteaders and homeschooling. They look at the really hardcore Mormons and the Amish as the enemy. They literally look at these guys as the enemy. Because freedom spreads like wildfire, and people are going to go back in time and they're going to look, you know, these guys have freedom. They can grow their own food. They build their own houses. They're all staying together as families. You know, people might catch on like wildfire. So they don't like people like that because things like freedom spread and they're timeless. And once you give somebody a little bit of freedom, it's really hard to take it away from them. And so you see that happening, you know, in communist China. You know, they did that, the Tiananmen Square massacre, where, you know, they wiped out all their countrymen. But prior to that, you know, freedom was spreading like wildfire. And that's what the administrative state hates. So with that being said, you know, I want to thank you guys for coming on and taking your time, because I know you have families and stuff like that, to educate these people. And then number two, I want to go down the sidebar and thank everyone for showing up, because I really do appreciate you guys. Like, honestly, it means a lot to me that you guys showed up. So Avilia Gill, thank you for showing up. BZWatchdog, of course, hoorah, showing up. Then we got our guy 936, 12 years of indoctrination. You're right about that, brother. David Murphy, thank you for showing up. Regan, thank you. Brick. And you guys, go ahead and close it out for me, you two.
I don't really have much to say. I'm just going to leave the rest up to good old DMA there.
Yeah. Thanks for having me up on another show, guys. And I'd like to, if you have me up, come up and maybe not even do one of my videos, and we could just talk about stuff that, you know, Mike, that you were talking about, because that's really interesting stuff to me too. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Regan, since she's in the chat. Go subscribe to Big Sis Regan Benson if you haven't, guys. She's doing a bunch of great work out here in Denver, and she's definitely a mentor of mine. So make sure you hit her up and check out her amazing content as well.
And
yeah,
right here.
And then Wanda Mice or Mise, and of course Let's OTVO as always. And by the way, guys, I'll have some updates for you tomorrow about a friend of ours. I'm going to go try and visit him and get a face-to-face. And that being said, hold on a minute. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because you never know when the thought police are going to take down the channel. And so when I say save, I mean save it to your computer. Actually go to your QuickTime or whatever you have and save all this stuff. Because honestly, there's going to be a time when they're just going to take down this channel. You know, that's what's going to happen. We all know that's what's going to happen. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out and supporting us. Make sure to add BZWatchdog. Make sure to add DMA. Go ahead and give both your channels a shout out, starting with DMA. Go.
Denver Metro Audits. I'm on almost every platform: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can check all my links in my About section on my YouTube channel.
Go. And BZWatchdog, Auditor / CopWatcher / Activist / Patriot / Constitutionist, and above all else, United States Marine. So with that being said,
and you got a super chat. You got $10 from Jessica.
No way. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me
I thought he thought I was pointing over there.
Hold on. So Jessica, how do I get that up there? How do I
click on it?
Just click on it like you would with any of the other comments.
I'm trying. Where the heck? When did she do it? Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. All right. So Jessica Kyrie, it is a shame that our children will inherit the chains of ruling such as these while liberty dies on an island in New York. Is that Jekyll Island? What is she talking about?
I thought it was.
Is our great liberty becomes nothing more than a symbol. Jessica, I think if I wasn't married, I would be in love with you right now. You are awesome. Thank you so much. That was prophetic, what you just said. And man, what's going on with press with rancor? Felony trial. Oh man, I don't know, Jim. Man, there's so much going on. All right, so
Jim, do it. Let's readdress that question tomorrow.
All right. So everybody, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. I love you all, and I really appreciate you spending a couple hours with me of your evening. Hey, but anything's better than CNN or Fox News. That being said, Semper Fi, do or die, hoorah.